Yes, guys, welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, those people if it's morning in your country. But we are back with another squad analysis ahead of the Villarreal game. Of course, I always do these videos ahead of the game, my predicted lineup, my squad analysis, who is in, who is out. Gonna be looking at that. It looks like some of the faces we want to see are back. And Mikel could be up for a very, very big selection dilemma ahead of the Villarreal game. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and tell me who you think should start as centre back for Arsenal. It looks like David Luiz could be out. We're going to be looking at each and every player per player, department by department, who is available, who is out. We have some red cards, of course, in the Europa League. Dani Ceballos is on a red card, so he cannot play in this one. We have some injuries, and we have some players who are just coming back. So thanks everybody for joining me, by the way. It really means a lot. Subscribe to the channel. We've had over 79 subscribers in the last 2 days. That's massive. Keep on doing that, and we shall surely get to the 30,000 subscribers we want to in the shortest time of period of possible. Okay, Arsenal full squad ahead of Villarreal. The goalkeepers: Leno is available, Matran is available, Runason is available, Carl Hain is available, and Arthur Okonkwo. Those are the goalkeepers available. So, of course, there's been a lot of debates and questions whether Leno should be starting ahead of this game, whether it should be Matran. In my case, you've seen my predicted lineup already, so I cannot turn my back on my predicted lineup. I've said Leno should start. I've said Matran should be on the bench. Runason, Kyle Hain, and Okonkwo, those ones do not stand a chance in this game. But I think the big question is between Matran and Leno. Who starts for us? No, Matran is the better goalkeeper in terms of form. Leno is the better goalkeeper in terms of overall goalkeeper. I think Leno is the best. Is the better goalkeeper. So the question there is, who starts for Arsenal? I think Leno should start. I think he had a very good performance in way back in Villarreal. Many people, of course, are going to say, you know what, Kosi, I think Leno let us down, but I think there's not so much he could do with the goals. That first goal, that shot, it was the defensive era. I don't think Leno should have, could have done anything better than that. The second goal again, it's a free header, and then it's an easy tap in at the back end of the post. I think Partey and Robolding should have done better in that in those areas. I don't see any way in which way Leno could have saved the second goal. So. And I think he made a very, very good, a very good stop to keep us in the game. The only reason I've always gone with Leno in these competitions ahead of either Matran or Runason is he's played in these competitions before. He has the pedigree, he has the experience, he knows what needs to be done. So that's the reason as to why I would go for Leno over Matran. But the goalkeepers are okay. The goalkeeping department is surely fine. The defenders: Hector Bellerin is available. Chambers is fit. Ceballos, Cedric Soares is fit. Gabriel Magalhaes is fit. Robolding is fit. David Luiz could be past fit. Pablo Mari and TIERNEY is also back in training. Now, I think for the defensive part, if you remember my predicted lineup, I've gone with players that are a little bit fast. I've gone with TIERNEY, he's a fast defender. I've gone with Gabriel Magalhaes, he's a fast defender. I've gone with Calum Chambers, not so fast, but he's the better player in that area. And I played David Luiz if he's fit. Now, according to Football Online, they're saying he could be fit for this game. However, I think it's a doubt. I think it's a doubt, and we might not see him today. We might not see David Luiz today. That's the truth. TIERNEY is back in training. I've looked at the training pics, and he's in there. He's training, so probably he could start tonight. I mean, it would be marvelous. It would be so good because for me, this is a final. It's a final. Mikel could be up for a very, very big selection dilemma if LUIZ, Gabriel, Robolding, and Pablo Mari are all fit. But if LUIZ is not fit, I would go for Pablo Mari and Robolding. If LUIZ is fit, I'll go with Gabriel and David Lowy. So either way, I think our centre back partnership is already sorted out. It depends on it all depends on the availability of David Lowy. Is he fit? We go for LUIZ and Gabriel. Is he not fit? Then we go for Pablo Mari and Robolding. But it looks like the only defensive worry is David Lowy, and I'm so happy that Kieran is back. I think for the past 6 days he's been trying to train little by little, slowly by slowly. We've confirmed now that that he's back in training. It will depend on Mikel Arteta whether he gives him game time ahead of Villarreal or he doesn't give him. But for me, like I said, I'll give him this game. It's a very important game. I know he has the Euros, but if we get the job done by 70 minutes or by 60 minutes, you get him off. You get him off because we even have harder games coming on. Over the weekend, we have West Brom. And on Wednesday, in the midweek, we have Chelsea next week, midweek. So it looks like our games are keeping on piling and piling and piling. But this is our last game in the season. This is our biggest game of the season. So whether if LUIZ can play, I'll try to force him. If Kieran can play, I'll try to bring him on as well, and try to see what we can do. At the midfield, Willian is fit. Nicolas Pepe is also past fit as well. Saka is past fit. Reece Nelson past fit. Granit Xhaka past fit. Thomas Partey is past fit. Ben Cottrell is past fit. Mohamed Elneny is fit. Odegaard, Miguel Aziz, and Emil Smith Rowe. Those are the midfielders that we could that are gonna be up for selection. Willian, Pepe, Saka, Reece Nelson, Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Cottrell, Mohamed Elneny, Martin Odegaard, Miguel Aziz, and Emil Smith Rowe. So there is no Danny Ceballos after getting that stupid red card. I mean, you couldn't expect him to be available, would you? So he's not available. Ceballos is not available here. Of course, there are no injuries in the midfield. Nobody's just coming back. All the players have always been available. I think they have been available. The midfield three I went with is Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, and Martin Odegaard. That is the midfield three I've gone with in my predicted lineup. However, if you think about it, you could squeeze in Emil Smith Rowe in there. I think for the importance of the game, I would have Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Partey, or Xhaka, Smith Rowe, and Partey. It would depend. It would depend. But for me, it makes a lot of sense if Odegaard starts with Smith Rowe and Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka. So it looks like it makes a lot of sense if you have four midfielders. Is he going to play for midfielders? He has Pepe, he has Saka, he needs a striker. It's another selection dilemma in the midfield. But according to the way Villarreal play their football, we just need to get them on the break. We just need to get faster than them. We just need to expose their high line. We just need players that are a little bit faster. That's why probably Odegaard might not be so crucial in this game. The reason as to why I went for Odegaard in my predicted lineup, he is a game controller. He is a player who's a game controller. And I think against Villarreal, we might need to control the game at some point in time. Because even if you get 2 goals early, you don't want to concede. You need to control the game. You need to control the rhythm, the tempo of the game. And I think Odegaard gives that to you. So either Smith Rowe starts for around 60 or 70 minutes, then Odegaard comes in for the last 30 minutes or 20 minutes, maybe. But Willian, I don't see Willian start. I think he will start Nicolas Pepe. I think he will also play Bukayo Saka. He will play Xhaka and Partey. Well, maybe. We just have to wait and see. The strikers, Alexander Lacazette is back. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is back. Nketiah, Martinelli and Florin Balogun. There's so many questions whether Gabriel should be playing in this game. I don't see where he's going to play, but I would want him to start in this game. Like I said, for Villarreal, it's more of how fast can you expose them, because they are more of a Unai Emery team. How fast can you expose them? How fast can you expose their backline? That is what Villarreal, that's what Villarreal is all about. Can you expose them? And I think Martinelli, if you're talking about exposing defenses, we saw what he did with the Newcastle defense. He's done it with Chelsea before. And that's why I would want him to be very close, very, very close to this team. Aubameyang is back. He scored over the weekend. Alexander Lacazette has been in fine form as well. So I think it's going to be between Alexander Lacazette, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Gabriel Martinelli. I don't think Ketia get a chance in this one. I don't see Florin Balogun get a chance. If you ask me who starts in this game, a striker, I think Aubameyang should start. That's the truth. I think Aubameyang should start, and you start Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in this game. If he doesn't deliver by 50 minutes or even by halftime, kick him off. He's been having this record of having very, very low and poor attitudes in game. He comes onto the pitch, he's not running, he's not doing anything, he's not fighting. You keep kick him off, and I either introduce Lacazette or Gabi Martinelli. So I would start Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for this in this game. He's a captain, he's a clinical player. We've seen what he can do in semi-finals and all that. However, if by any chance 45 minutes elapse and he has not done anything, kick him off the pitch, introduce Alexander Lacazette. I would also kick off Nicolas Pepe if we have not done anything by 60 minutes and bring on Gabi Martinelli. So I'll give Gabi Martinelli a chance, but only if the team fails to deliver by 60 minutes. Otherwise, I would introduce him in the 70s, 75 minutes, just to add a little bit more pressure. So the squad available, the full squad available, Banleno, Matt Ryan, Runason, Kale Hain, Arthur Okonkwo. Those are the goalkeepers. The defenders, Hector Bellerin, Callum Chambers, Cedric Soares, Gabriel Magalhaes, Rob Holding, David Luiz could be fast fit, Pablo Mari, and Kieran Tierney. The midfielders, Willian is back, Nicolas Pepe, Saka available, Rissonosen is a tick, Grant Xhaka is a tick, Thomas Partey, Ben Cotro, Mohamed Elneny, Martin Odegaard, Miguel Aziz, and Emil Smith Rowe. The strikers, Alexander Lacazette is back, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is back, Edin Ketia is available, Gabi is available, and Florin Balogun. Let the best team win. That's all I can say. Let the best team win. There's nothing we can do. I mean, it's all about praying and watching the game. It's going to be live at exactly 10 p.m. East African Standard Time. That will be around 2 p.m. UK time. What are your predictions, guys? What do you think about this game? Do we stand a chance? I still think we stand a chance. I'm looking at our squad, and I think it's not that bad. It's not really that bad. I know we've had so many poor performances before, but I don't think we have the worst squad. We can go through this. We can make it an all English final and battle with Manchester United in the finals, which will happen, I think, this month, towards the end of this month. So I want to see Arsenal in the final. Chelsea have made it to the UEFA Champions League finals. I want to see my club in the finals as well. I want to see my club in the finals. So the only players that are not available is Dani Ceballos. You know what? I don't mind Ceballos. I think he almost... And I don't know why Mikel... Of course, there are rumors that Mikel was about to substitute off Dani Ceballos for Gabriel Martinelli before he got that red card. And I'm just asking myself, why didn't you put him off at halftime? That's the big question. Why didn't you put him off at halftime? He was already having an absolute stinker of a game. You would have put him off at halftime. But anyway, he's not available. He's on red card. I pray this man never comes any closer to this squad, any closer. Because I think this season, not even thinking, Mohamed El-Neni has been 10 times better than Ceballos whenever he's been given the chance. El-Neni, I think he's the most unappreciated player at Arsenal. El-Neni, yeah, he's scored a couple of them. He's been awful at times, but we literally do not appreciate El-Neni. But I think he's been so clear of Ceballos this season. He's been so good in some games. He's scored some goals. At least, if you ask what El-Neni has done this season, you can see it. If you ask what Ceballos has done this season, you can see it. He cost us 2 goals against Olympiacos. He cost us a goal against Villarreal. Now we have to fight back. But anyway, guys, focusing on the game with the squad we have, I think Nicolas Pepe is going to be a key player. A very, very key player. And we shall talk about that in the preview in almost 1.5 hours to come. But I think Nicolas Pepe will be a very key player. He's been so good for Arsenal in the Europa League. His goal contributions, his shot creating actions this season in the Europa League, OTT. Bukayo Saka, don't get lost, please. Don't get lost, bro. Don't become anonymous. This is a game where the club needs you 100%. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, finish off those chances. Because I think one of the things that we have to learn at Arsenal is learn to finish off your chances. The more chances you waste, the more time that the more time you're taking. If we can create 5 chances and finish off 3 of them by 30 minutes in the game, it's over. That's it. It's over. So for me, this is a game where it's going to be all guns blazing, open up, everybody's shooting, but who shoots on the target? Is it going to be Arsenal? Is it going to be Villarreal? In the first game, Villarreal took the tie. They dominated the game. They absolutely did everything in that game. Their shooting was on target. 2 goals. They didn't have so many shots, but they had 2 goals perfectly in. What we have to do is just a replica of what happened in Villarreal. Go in there, create the chances, and score the goals. We don't need to sleep. We don't need to slide. It is perfection. I hope Mikel has told the guys, create chances, but finish off your chances. Because the only way we are going to shift the pressure from our side to their side is by making them concede 2 early goals. Even if it's 1 early goal. Because Arsenal need 1-0 in this one. 1-0. As soon as you get that 1 goal, Villarreal is already in panic mode, because at the back of their mind, you've activated the mode, we are getting dumped out of the cup. So as long as we can activate that button, as long as we can activate that panic mode in them, try to show them that, you know what, lads, you're getting out. And the fact that we need a 1-0 win, for me, literally means we can't concede early. And that goes back to our defensive abilities. At the Emirates Stadium this season, we've been awful. We've been so poor defensive wise. And for me, the reason as this club has been so poor defensive wise is the changing of centre back, of centre back pairings all the time. This and that, this one and this one, this one. That's the problem. But again, in this game, I don't know whether Mikel has told the lads, but in this game, you really can't afford the defensive mistakes. You can't. You can't afford the defensive mistakes. Rob Holding, Pablo Mari, Gabriel Magalhaes, whoever is going to play in that game, I don't care who is going to be playing in that center pairing. You can't afford the defensive errors. You can't afford the defensive issues in this game. It would be ridiculous. Ridiculous. In the first game, Granit Xhaka, Dani Ceballos, they are doing nonsense and we concede. In the second goal, it is Rob Holding's nonsense and we concede. So it looks like we're not safe. We can concede off the ground. We can concede in the air. So I think Mikel has told the lads. In this game, The moment we concede early, it is about who scores fast. In this game, for me, this tie is all about who scores fast. The moment you score fast against Villarreal, they're getting out. So they will start panicking, they'll bring it on, and you'll be able to get them on the break. That is the beauty with it. The moment we concede fast, we shall be 3-1 down. They'll have an away goal. Our goal will be cancelled that early. There will be 3-1 up on aggregate. That means we shall need to win the tie around 4-1 to go through. 4-1. Is Arsenal going to score 4 goals against a Villarreal that has 3 goals in their bag? No. Because literally, even if Villarreal decide to come and defend the game 90 minutes, they can do it successfully against Arsenal. We know. Our problems have always been unlocking defenses. So even if they decide to come and sit back the whole 90 minutes, they can do it. Absolutely fine. They can do it. Close the game. Sit back. 90 minutes. Don't let Arsenal score. Mission, Arsenal shouldn't score. I think they can have it as a success. So we need an element of surprise. And for me, that is the first 10 minutes. Keep the pressure on. First 10 minutes. If they concede, they will want to get an away goal. They will want to cancel our away goal. Try to let them come, but do not allow them to press hard. The moment they come out of their defense, the moment they start, exposing their high line, that is where we have to get in behind the high line, get a second goal, again sit back. So I don't expect us to be so open. We've got to give them the respect because we've seen them and how dangerous they are. There are players like Chukwueze, there are players like Moreno. They're gonna expose you all day long. Moreno is gonna be a problem to Robolding. Moreno is gonna be a problem to Gabriel. Whoever is gonna play there, it's gonna be he's gonna be a big problem. But the defensive issues, the mistakes in this game, any mistake costs us a final. Any mistake costs us the title. That's it. Any mistake. And the problem with Arsenal is our mistakes do not come from one player. Today it's Ceballos, the other day it's Partey, this day it's Xhaka. So today I'm not sure who's going to make a mistake, but today we should play a flawless game. I don't know whether that exists. Because mistakes are part of the game, according to Mikel. That's what he said yesterday. That mistakes are part of the game. You can never eliminate them. But I think we must try to play a flawless game, a game with no mistakes. I've not seen that before, but we should. If we can try not to get yellow cards, try to do that. Don't give away penalties, please. Don't give away penalties. That would be even ridiculous. We are fighting mistakes, and then you give out penalties. Don't give out penalties. I've seen Burnley in this same competition. No, it was in the Premier League. Catching the ball outside his 18 yards box. You remember? I think it was against Wolves. Those issues should stop. Should stop. I know I'm so disappointed in this side, but I still have a lot of hope we can get past Villarreal. It's the Emirates Stadium. I know for this season, it really doesn't mean a lot whether Arsenal is at the Emirates Stadium or is at the Goodson Park. It doesn't make sense. But they know they're coming at our stadium. They know they're going to one of the biggest and hardest stadiums. Try to inject that mentality in our players. Because it has always looked like whenever we are playing at home, we are intimidated. We concede more. We lose more games. We make more mistakes. The panic mode is on. I don't know whether it's the lack of fans, the absence of fans, but we should be used by now. I mean, we've played almost 30 games without fans, both home and away in the league. We've played more than 40 games in all competitions, home and away, without fans. We should be used to that. So for me, my key issues in this game, first and foremost, is self-destruction. You don't need to destroy yourselves, Arsenal. You don't need to destroy yourselves. Try to get as better, as quick as you can. Don't make the ridiculous mistakes to destroy yourselves. Hit the like button, people, and thanks so much for locking in. This the destruction button, that one should be out, guys. That one should be out. Absolutely out. And we don't need to see us making mistakes that are gonna cost us the game. We have already given them 2 goals, gifts, absolute gifts in the first leg. Gifts, 2 goals as gifts. We don't need to give them more goals. It's time to take what is ours back. The glory of Arsenal and everything and whatnot, it happens today. There have been rumors that Arteta is going to be sacked. We talked about this yesterday. And that we are looking at Sarri. I hope that doesn't affect Mikel Arteta. He shouldn't put it at the back of his mind. If it's true, he shouldn't put it at the back of his mind. I think his major aim this season should be at least making it to the finals of the Europa League. At least. Because we have had a stinker of a season in the Premier League. A stinker. We are embarrassed. 100% embarrassed. But the only thing we can do right now is look at ourselves, prepare, and go into that Villarreal game and get to the final. And our rightful place in the final. So I don't expect Mikel to panic. Of course, there's a lot of media speculation. If he loses this, he's gonna get sacked. That could be some pressure on the manager, but I think he should think straight. Go in this game, all guns blazing. Start on the front foot. Show Villarreal what we are. Show them the quality we have. We have beaten Chelsea in this season. We have beaten clubs like Benfica in this season. We've beaten a couple. We've beaten some quality sides, and for me, it's character. The character that we have shown in some of these Europa League games against Olympiacos, against Benfica, against Slavia Prague. The way we turn things around within no second, without anybody thinking about it. For me, it's something so crucial to our game. It's been so central to our European, to our Europa League game. This season, whenever Arsenal has been down, we have had that character switching. Now, the only difference is that we need this character right from minute 1 to minute 90, and I think we shall make it, guys. I think we shall make it. I've predicted 2-1, 90 minutes, and Arsenal to score a 3rd goal in extra time. So I think Arsenal will do it. I'm still very, very confident. Very confident, bro. Good news, Kosi. Yeah, I think TIERNEY and Lacazette coming back is some of the most brilliant news you're gonna think about. Because what Kieran TIERNEY gives us is absolutely marvelous. He's a player that adds to the attack going forward. Kieran TIERNEY is excellent. Defensive wise, Kieran TIERNEY is excellent, and I think we need Kieran TIERNEY more than ever in this game. And for me, the reason is, you remember Chikwueze? The way he just went through Ceballos and Saka like a hot knife through butter. You remember? We need someone to stop Chikwueze. We need someone to stop Samuel Chikwueze. Yeah? We need someone to stop, Chikwueze. We also need someone who's gonna stop. I'm trying to remember Villarreal's the other guy who scored the first goal. That guy who scored the first goal. I'm trying to get his name. I'm not so good at their names. They're not so easy, but I'll try to get it. We need to stop those guys. Their runs, their wings work so fast. Their players are a little bit fast, and you need a player with maximum concentration like Kieran TIERNEY. Xhaka doesn't have that maximum concentration. Don't lie to yourselves, guys. He doesn't have it. Cedric, my guy. You know what? Let me talk about this, by the way. Since we are talking about the squad. Mikel should not use Cedric Soares at left back. I don't know whether it makes any sense. I'm making any sense, but I should say this. Mikel Arteta should not use Cedric Soares at left back. Whether I make sense or I don't make sense, I don't know. But I'm still looking for that guy. He didn't play in their last game. He scored against us in the first goal, in the first leg. The first goal. The guy who scored the first goal. I'm trying to get his name. Who was it? Manu Trigueros, exactly. Manu Trigueros. So you need to stop Manu Trigueros. You need also to stop Samuel Chukwueze. On one side, I think Chambers can try to stop Trigueros. On the other, I think it's TIERNEY. Chukwueze is the beast. Chukwueze is the harder one. In this game, they have lost Etienne Kapwe. They've lost Etienne Kapu, so they do not have him in the midfield. That's another big boost for Arsenal. They don't have Etienne Kapu. He's one of their best midfield dynamites. They have lost him. But guys, we should agree on this. We don't need to play Cedric at left back. Cedric is playing left back using a right foot. That makes him so vulnerable to players like Chukwueze, to players like Trigueros. It makes him super vulnerable. So in my case, we don't need to see Cedric as a left back. I've seen Mikel Arteta trying to jabber with words that he's been playing so well. He has had a couple of good performances. No, Cedric shouldn't be playing at left back. Either we play a back three with Pablo Mari, Gabriel Magalhaes. You know what? We could play Gabriel Magalhaes at left back. I don't know why Mikel Arteta doesn't try it. We could play Gabriel Magalhaes at left back, Pablo Mari, and Rob Holding in the centre back. We could try to do that probably, or play Pablo Mari at left back, because you have two left-footed centre backs. You could use one of them as an option, as in the left back, rather than using Cedric, who's clearly doing a lot of trash in that down the left hand side. So I don't want to see Cedric playing left back. He's gonna get exposed. He's gonna get humiliated by Chukwueze. And when we were talking about the players to watch in the first leg, you men still remember when I was talking about the players to watch for them. I said it's Samuel Chukwueze. Remember, he had an assist in the first goal. Manu Trigueros, he scored against us in the first leg. Paco Alcácer, Gerard Moreno. It took a super save from Balneno to keep Gerard Moreno off the clean sheet, off the score sheet. And then you have players like Danny Parejo and a couple of others, and Paul Torres. Yeah, and Paul Torres. So in this game, there are players to watch. Still is Moreno, still is Paco Alcácer, still is Chukwueze and Trigueros. They're going to try to break through those players. How do you stop them? I don't know. It should be Mikel. I don't know how you stop them, but you need to stop. Don't give them the space to run. Don't give them a lot of spaces to run. That is the Unai Emery team. Whenever you give them spaces, they're going to destroy you absolutely. Absolutely destroy you. So don't give them those spaces to run. Don't give them players to play with like Cedric. They're going to make him an absolute joke. An absolute joke. So for me, that is why I want Kieran to come back. To deal with Chukwueze and to deal with Trigueros. Chambers deals with Trigueros, and we can stop Chukwueze with Kieran. But also, the fact that TIERNEY is back, it could also help us go forward a little bit, because those long passes from Thomas Partey, some of the reasons why we have not seen Partey at his best is he's gonna look for those long passes, but you need the runs to make the passes. You need the runs. Chambers makes no runs. Bellerin literally makes the runs. He made a very good run against Newcastle, and a very good pass from David Luiz, but they literally don't make those runs. They rarely make the runs. But TIERNEY, for sure, is going to make the runs. Saka is going to make those runs. And I think most of our creativity has always come from the left-hand side of the pitch. Courtesy of Kieran, courtesy of all the players that always play there. And I think the engine of Arsenal on the left-hand side going forward and defensive-wise has always been Kieran. So for me, it's great. Great news that he's back. Great news, he's back. Okelos Emmanuel, how are you doing, bro? Come on, you Gunners. This is Philip. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. I think we can win it. Wow, that's nice. I love to see Kieran back in the game. Everybody wants to see him back in the game, bro. Thank you so much. Nice to see you live, bro. I love Arsenal. Thank you so much, Calvin. Thank you so much. Eric says my lineup is Leno in goal. Tick. LUIZ and Gabriel. LUIZ is a doubt, but if he's available, I absolutely agree with you. TIERNEY, yeah, I would also play TIERNEY as well. Bellerin and Bellerin. You know what? Okay, let me first finish your lineup. In the midfield, Partey, Saka, and Smith Rowe. Forward is Saka, Pepe, and Aubameyang. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't play Bellerin in this game. The reason I wouldn't play Bellerin, first and foremost, I think he had a very good game against Newcastle. And when I was doing my predicted lineup, I told you people that I would put in players that had a very good game against Newcastle, and I would also put in players that have had a very tremendous season, and I would also put players that know the Europa League and have performed well in the Europa League. You remember? But I left out Bellerin because of his defensive liabilities. This guy is a defensive liability. And you remember, I said we can't afford to concede early. That's it. Whatever happens, Arsenal are not in a position to concede early. I don't want to see Arsenal 2 minutes 1-0, 4 minutes 2-0. I don't need to see that. We can't score early. We can score as many goals as we want early, but we can't afford to concede early. Bellerin is a defensive liability. Going forward, you might not have so many issues with him because he's not the worst fullback going forward at Arsenal. But the defensive ability of Chambers is why I would qualify him in this game. That's it. So anyway, because hi bro, how are you doing, Ravi? Hope you're doing well. Potter is going to be difficult to go against. I think he's one of the best defenders in the world right now. One of the best young defenders in the world is Pau Torres. Yeah, you're right. But I don't think it's gonna be difficult to go, to go against. I don't think it's gonna be difficult. But I agree with you. Absolutely, he's one of the best defenders in the world. Yeah, so and that's another thing we have to watch out for. We are playing we are playing against one of the best defenders in the world in Pau Torres. What do you do? Where do you go from there? But it's a nice comment. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. As always on the stream, live on the stream, Geoffrey says Arsenal will win 2-0, bro. I hope you're right. Bro. Arsenal to win 3-0. This is Bernard Barasa. Thank you so much, bro. I hope you all men are right. Here's my lineup: Cedric, Leno, Cedric, Gabriel, LUIZ, Saka, Partey, Elneny, Martin Odegaard, Pepe, Saka, and Aubameyang. We have gone for the same front three, bro. Pepe, Saka, and Aubameyang. Elneny, Martin Odegaard, Saka, Partey, Elneny, and Martin Odegaard. Wow, you've gone for a midfield battle, haven't you? You've gone for a midfield battle. You've gone for Cedric, Leno, Gabriel, LUIZ. Okay. Thank you so much for the comment. As always, I need to get your opinions, guys. That's why I made this an Arsenal podcast. Calvin says it's gonna be 3-0 for Arsenal. A win. Thank you so much. Geoffrey says, bro, 25 is good combination. Okay, he says, what are you trying to say? 25 is a good version of 18. If you have observed them well, because he opens up 18. So you're saying Elneny and Partey work well together. Is that what you're trying to say? Elneny and Partey work well together. Well, I've seen them against United. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen them against United. They had a brilliant game. They had absolutely a brilliant game. I still remember. Yeah, but I don't know. But they had a very good game against United. Yeah, 3-0 Arsenal. This is Desmond. Big up to you guys all in the chat. Hit the like button. You've always done that by the way these days. Big up to you guys. You're no longer the lazy ones, but there's some lazy ones who don't want to hit the like button. People, hit the like button, subscribe. Where do you get such content in Africa? Sorry, it's on this channel. As the win today, 2-0. This is Melchi. Thank you so much, Melchi. Desmond says it's gonna be a 3-0 win. Okay. Glad to see TIERNEY back. Obviously, that man is a real one. Because the truth is, we are winning this tie. This according to Regan. Let me react to this. Says, Kosi, the truth is we are winning this tie. You know what that means? It's like you're 100% sure we are winning the tie. And I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. I think Arsenal has got everything to win this to win this tie. Good evening. Might get disappointed. We might disappoint Villarreal with a bigger magnitude. The advantage is that we are coming into this game with everybody thinking like, you know what, Arsenal might not go through. You know what, Arsenal are the underdogs. You know what, Arsenal are disadvantaged. But we might surprise Villarreal. We might surprise them. So if you're thinking about surprises, probably to give your girlfriend if she supports Arsenal, think about this one as well. Agent says TIERNEY won't start. I don't know. We are not sure about that. Mikel has already said that he's still watching the players. So, but the good thing is back. That's the good thing. The good thing he is back. The best lineup today should be Leno, Cedric, LUIZ, Pablo Mari, TIERNEY, Partey, Xhaka, Smith-Rowe, and Saka. Okay. Hello, Kosi, Pepe or Martinelli, please. I think both men this season. I'm not 100% satisfied with their performances. I'm not 100% satisfied with Pepe. I'm not 100% satisfied with Martinelli. I know he's just coming back from injury, but in this game, it's a Europa League tie, and we know how much these guys do contribute to Europa League ties. Last season, Martinelli was on fire in the Europa League. This season, it's Nicolas Pepe. So, for all the right reasons, there is no way you're kicking out Nicolas Pepe from the starting lineup in a Europa League tie. There is no way. Absolutely no way. Guys, let's be honest. Right? Let's be honest. If you kick out Pepe, who has involved himself in more goals in the Europa League than any other player, you're nuts. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. So there is no way we are kicking out Nicolas Pepe. No way you can kick out Nicolas Pepe. Unless you tell me Nicolas Pepe plays for 75 minutes and Martinelli plays for the rest of around 15 minutes. Yeah. But there is no way you're kicking out Nicolas Pepe, who's had more goal contributions, who has engaged directly and indirectly in more goals and goal creating actions in the Europa League than any other player in the whole league. Not only at Arsenal, but in the whole league. So I would go with Pepe. Sorry, I'm a big Martinelli fan. You guys know that by now. You know that. I think he's even ahead of Saka, but I would go for Pepe. Love you, Kosi. Love Arsenal. All the best fellow Gunners are gonna take that Europa League no matter what. We've gone through a lot. As fans. We've gone through a lot as a team. We better win it. You better win it. That's all I can say, bro. We better win it. But Kosi, when LUIZ is playing better, we play Bellerin. Because he always covers for Bellerin when he makes those runs. Yeah, I think Xhaka and TIERNEY are gonna cover for each other. LUIZ and Bellerin are gonna cover for each other. I think LUIZ covers well for the right back, and Xhaka covers well for the left back. So if LUIZ is in and you wanna see Bellerin, probably that could be the reason. But the only reason I would go for Chambers is, like I said, his defensive abilities, and you might need LUIZ to go a little bit more forward. That's why you might need a player like Chambers. You don't need to take risks, bro. My lineup is Leno, Cedric, Chambers, Mari, TIERNEY, Xhaka, Partey, Martinelli, Emile Smith-Rowe, Saka, and Laka. 50 people watching. Hit that like button, people. Don't be lazy. The like button means a lot. Hit the like button. I like the way you analyze. I like the way You analyze, bro. Bro, big up. Thank you so much, Stephen. Love you as always, my family. Arsenal 3, Villarreal 1. Go. You know what? Let me tell you something, guys. I think we might concede. I think we will concede. Well, it's not. It's inevitable for us not. It's inevitable. For us to concede. We might concede a goal today. It only remains to be seen how impactful that goal will be. Because we might concede and the tie goes. We might concede if we have 3-0 in the 90th minute and we concede, it won't make a lot of sense. But I think we will concede. I think Villarreal are fond of scoring. Emery is fond of attacking football. And our defense is a little bit shaky. We might concede, guys. We might concede. I'm looking at it as a possibility. Arsenal 3, Villarreal 1. Big up to you guys, all men in the chat. Whatever happens, return Xhaka to the midfield. Okay, I know you people miss Xhaka in the midfield. I know. How do you feel on TIERNEY coming back? I'm excited. He's my favorite player. He's the best defender. He's the best defender at Arsenal. He's the best defender at Arsenal. He's the best defender at that club. So, if you ask me how I feel relieved first and foremost. I feel relieved and I feel secure. That's it. Of course, he gives you that assurance in the left back. He gives you that assurance, and that's why we always want to see him in. Partey should partner with Xhaka in the mid. I see a win for the Gunners today, for the Gunners actually today. A big up to you, man, in the chat. Make sure you're 70 watching, but make sure you hit the like button. Arsenal 2, Villarreal 0. That takes us through. That qualifies us through automatically. Arsenal should not be playing rebuilding. Man, the problem, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. But this guy has been so disappointing this season, man. So disappointing. If there is a player who has been as disappointing as rebuilding this season, I don't know. Maybe Hector Bellerin. Bellerin has been disappointing, and ceballos. But the 5 worst players of worst performers at the club this season: Bellerin, Holding, Ceballos. Yeah. For me, Willian. I don't want to put Leno in there. I think and Aubameyang. Those are the 5 worst performers, and I will do that video. I did the 5 disappointments. Make sure you check it out. My 5 disappointments of the season at Arsenal. I'm going to do the worst performers and the best performers. We shall also look at some surprise performances at Arsenal this season, because I think Saka has been a surprise, an absolute surprise. Chambers has been a surprise. Gabriel has been a surprise. Joining in a new league and he's performing at the level he's performed. W has been a surprise, because last season he had one of the worst seasons. This season he's been one of our best players. TN has been one of our best performers, if not the best performers at the club, alongside Saka. So if we had options, we wouldn't be playing rebuilding. But the problem, we are out of options. You think about it and you're like, why is Saliba out on loan at this point in time? We need him right now, but we don't have options. If LUIZ is out, then obviously it's gonna be rebuilding. For me, this game we will totally be different, because Arsenal will destroy Villarreal 5-0. That is so strong. If it is liquor, it's so strong. It's very strong liquor. Khalif says, if we don't kill the game in 90 minutes, then we wanna win for penalties. I have no fear tonight, and Auba has assured me yesterday in his progress. Okay. This is Aiden Wilson. He's trying to say Tottenham is bigger than Arsenal. Well, you guys, Tottenham fans, you need to know that the difference between Arsenal and Spurs is you guys have not won a trophy in so many years, and you do not have any hope of winning a trophy in so many years. That's the problem. Whether you play finals or not, you men just can't win a trophy. That's the problem. Tottenham just can't win a trophy. Dinesh says Arsenal lost 0-4. I don't think we shall lose by that magnitude. If we lose by that magnitude, I don't know. Arsenal win 5-0. This is the niche. You're trying to kid. Yeah. You know what? But let me tell you, by the way, guys, let me tell you this. It's funny, but you expect you expect anything from Arsenal. You expect anything from Arsenal. We could lose it 4-0. You expect anything from this damn club, man, especially this season. I'm really confident that Arsenal could turn it around. 1-0 only could qualify Arsenal. We can turn it around. We can turn it around. I'm also as confident. Arsenal need to start 5 days. Come on, bro. That's a joke. But big up Liverpool Hub. He's a real one. He's another real one, bro. A real one. Big up, bro. Gogo says start Saka at left back, please. If TIERNEY isn't available, don't stop this Saka left back nonsense. I get you, bro. In that big voice, stop this nonsense. I think personally, Arsenal will go through, but I highly doubt we will get a clean sheet. Arsenal 3, Villarreal 1. Okay. I like the thinking, just same as mine. I think it's really inevitable for us not to concede. Matthews for Leno, or we should start Matrayan for Leno. This is according to Desmond. Well, I don't know. The pedigree that Leno has gives me the confidence that he can, give us something good in that tie. But again, he's had stinkers this season. He's been awful at times. So, that man should just change his, just check his form. Because instead of playing holding, better play Chambers and Gabriel in defense. Have we seen Chambers in central defense this season? I think once. Yeah. I think only once. How are you doing? How do you see bringing Matrayan in goal? Because his confidence, he's more confident than Leno. I tell you what, it's for me, it's a selection dilemma, a very big selection dilemma. Because I don't know. I think when you think about Matrayan starting ahead of Leno, he's a good shot stopper, and we shall need to keep Villarreal out of our net. So Matrayan is the good, is better. But if you look at the atmosphere, the intensity, the pressure, the tension around this game, Matrayan, I doubt Matrayan has played a game like this in his life before. Get me? This is a semi-final of a European competition. Leno has been here before with Unai Emery. He's been here before. He's played, a semi-final. And regardless of that, this season, we have seen Leno in these ties where we have to decide on the last day. And he has proven to be effective. So, confidence-wise, well, I think Matrayan is a good shot stopper. But depending on the conditions that surround the game, I'd go with Leno. Leno. Not Matrayan. I'll play Matrayan in the final. Kidding. Great analysis, Brav. Watching this from Botswana. I hope Arteta will pick the best squad. That has always been his problem. Picking the best squad. It has always been his problem. Samuel Chukwueze is good. He can be dangerous. I mean, don't say he can be dangerous. He's already damaged us. And I think any Arsenal fan out there, or any Arsenal player out there, or Mikel, we need to watch out for Samuel Chukwueze. We need to watch out for Manu Tugueras. Those guys are dangerous. They're deadly. They're absolutely deadly. And that's why I think, for me, this game will be decided on how we stop Villarreal and how we expose them. That is the strategy. How do you stop them? How do you expose them? Because even if they decide to sit back, they have traveling machines. They have super time traveling machines. They have Chukwueze, they have Trigueros, they have the likes of Morena and Pakao. So it's a tie that's gonna be decided off the thin lines, of the thin lines. And we need to be absolutely, absolutely good. In the last game, Mikel Arteta is crazy, isn't he? Crazy. But in the last game, he played Ban Leno, Pablo Mari, Rob Holding, Chambers, and Granit Xhaka in defense. Ceballos played with Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Saka, and Nicolas Pepe, who scored a penalty. Emil Smith Rowe was false 9. Aubameyang was in the bench. Balogun was on the bench. If we go with this nonsense, guys, we don't stand a chance. We don't stand a chance. If there is any way us to stand a chance in this tie, in this game, we need to be realistic. We need to mean business. Right from squad selection. What kind of nonsense is this? Starting Smith Rowe as a false 9. How many goals has he scored for you this season? If you ask me, how many goals Arsenal midfielders have scored this season? Xhaka scored 1 against Chelsea. You remember? Dennis Ceballos has scored 9. He scored an offside goal though. Odegaard has scored 2. So those are 3 goals from the midfield. Smith Rowe scored 1 goal, I think. Is it 1 goal against Newcastle? Yeah. Those are 4 goals. You have Partey, no goal. So you even don't have 5 goals in your midfielders combined, and then you use a false 9, a midfielder as a false 9. Come on. So I think the squad selection is going to be key in this game. Mikel Arteta needs to get it right. Whether he plays Elneny and Thomas Partey, whether he plays Xhaka and Thomas Partey in the midfield, whether he introduces Kieran TIERNEY, whoever introduces, he must get it right. No reasons to drop Saka. No reasons to drop Pepe. Aubameyang must start. At least those ones. Those ones are the easy ones. Maybe we're expecting him to have to find issues is between Odegaard and Smith Rowe. Who starts there? Maybe. But the rest of the team, it's easy. The centre back pairing. Do you introduce Gabriel back? Do you introduce Rob Holding back? It's a big question there. But I'll be back 30 minutes. On 1 hour and 30 minutes before the game. We have to look at the preview. I don't know if I'll do a match day live show, but we're gonna look at the preview, the confirmed teams and everything. So make sure you're locked in for the preview, and I'll see you then. Just to take some of the comments so that you people don't feel cheated. Liverpool, have you said we should play Leno in goal? In centre back, Gabriel and Holding, Mari, Saka. Centre back, Gabriel, centre back, Holding, centre back, Mari. So you're saying we play 3 defenders. Mari, left back, Saka, Chambers, Partey, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang, and Martinelli. Okay, big up to you, bro. Paul Torres is very solid. Yeah, I understand. He's one of the best defenders. I've said it. One of the best defenders in the world, in Europe right now. Answer me, please, Kosi. I might be in your country. Oh, yes. Your question was, which country am I from? East Africa, UG. Yeah, if you're from UG, we are from the same country. I'm not from West Africa like many people think. Answer me. Oh, I've looked at that. Choco says, I'm not even thinking about this game. I'm only thinking about Manchester United in the final. Wow. That is so confident of you, bro. That is so confident. I prefer Lacazette to Aubameyang for this game. Lacazette has had a very good run in the in the Europa League in the past around 2 games. I think he's been scoring goals for fun. He's been consistent a little bit this season. It's been a little bit consistent. So I understand where you're coming from. Come on, Arsenal. Good luck to the lads. Thank you so much, Tim Smith. 2-0. This is according to Tim Smith. Big up to you. Kosi, we are going to play a final with Manchester United. This is Calvin. United are already through. Bruno Fernandes is better than Emile Smith Rowe in false 9 because he scored more goals than Smith Rowe. Yeah, I think Bruno is ahead of Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe. We've got to accept that. Off topic, please. Which coach will you if will you take if Mikel is sacked? I've told you I take Marcelo Bielsa all day long. I take Marcelo Bielsa all day long. I've already said this. That's my opinion. I take Marcelo Bielsa all day long. If we need to go through to the final, Arsenal have to score a goal in the first 5 minutes. Okay, big up to you. I believe we are going to the final if the team is well selected. This is according to Kaku. Big up Kaku. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, people. Don't want to see the likes so low. I need to see the likes up. So hit the like button as well. If Ceballos starts, Ceballos is on red card. Ceballos is on a red card. If I say if Ceballos starts again, Arteta must be sacked. Wow. But Ceballos is on a red card. Ceballos is on a red card, bro. Please don't worry about tonight's game. Arsenal is winning no matter what. Aubameyang is playing through the middle. That's according to Henry. Sorry. And it's been nice having a chat with you guys. That is the confirmed squad news. And literally, we have talked about everything that we think about players. We shall talk about the preview in 1 hour's time before the game. See you then.